1, 2, 3. Yes. And that is right. Still the reigning, defending, unbeatable, and greatest hardcore champion of all time. Your host, the leader, the man, the face of hardcore, who has a heart, that has a fight within. And this is going out to everybody, even the opposite sex. Right now, get commenting below. I want to see those comments. Right now. Share this video. Share it everywhere. Right now. Tell all of your friends. Always get your voice heard. Definitely spread the word. And yes, tell everyone you know. And obviously, yes, smash that bell, turn in every single one of my notifications on. Go and view and like WWA World Wrestling Night on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Rick the Rock 30 and add me on Facebook at Ricky J Pate. Check out that description. Check out every single one of my videos, and also go and view my blog on Facebook. And as always, here on the number one channel, here on the only place it can be, the People's WWE channel, those 2 shout-outs you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe for 2 shout-outs. We'll say it just 2 more times. Like and subscribe for 2 shout-outs. For 2 shout-outs you like, you subscribe. And I've got a shout-out to do, and it goes out to, let me just get this right, the H, talking comics, sports and wrestling. There's your first shout-out. You'll get another one in another video, so keep a look out for that. And somebody else, go and check out his channel. I've enjoyed it. It really seems to be knowledgeable and really seems to know what he's talking about. But to everybody else that hasn't already, like and subscribe. That once again, like and subscribe, because this is going to be a 2-part video. It's going to be a PCW review and then Stomping Grounds WWE review. So we'll start with the PCW Heatwave review that happened on Saturday at Blackpool Tower Circus. So we kicked off with a steel cage match, the second steel cage match in PCW history, the first steel cage match in Blackpool. It did take them a bit to put together, and it did take them a bit to put the ring together, but fair enough. The circus was running beforehand, but it was for the PCW tag team titles, and it was from the buyout, Shake Elsham and Danny Hope taking on and defending against the alpha male Yeston Reese and the current PCW champion Joey Hayes. This was a good match here. I think a big way to kick off the show. And yeah, it was good to see a steel cage match live. And with a like and subscribe win and walking out with those tag team titles were Joey Hayes and Yeston Reese. So a shocker here. Next up, in singles action, that is one-on-one, we saw Arcadian, we saw Joe Hendry. Joe really did come out to get a lot of heat. Fans were booing him, so that was good. You know, he's good at getting heat. But coming out with a win was Joe Hendry. Next up, another singles match. It was Rossi Rascal. It was Bruce Wheeler. Rossi Rascal actually seemed to be getting a good push by PCW and the fans seemed to love him. And he was, yes, victorious. Next up, in a number one contender match where the winner will receive a future Cruiserweight title shot. Not sure whether it's going to happen. It was AC Striker one-on-one versus Tel Bannum. Once again, Tel getting a lot of heat, cutting quite a good promo. But going over was AC Striker, so he really is getting a good push by the PCW. Not sure they're going to win the title. We'll have to see. In your next singles match, it was, well, in fact, Greg Lambert got in the ring and did say to like and subscribe, but also did say to call out Mark Alexander Price, put him in a match against Dave Burch, the reigning defending current Cruiserweight champion. This was a non-title match, and after this match, Dave Burch could call himself the winner. In a triple threat match, three-way, it was Philip Michael, it was James Finn and some guy called Dave. I didn't catch his second name, but he was actually okay. And beating the other two opponents was Philip Michael, so he actually seems to be getting a good push by PCW. Then we had Big T, we had the buyout come out. Big T beat up Phil, so he's now left the buyout, so we'll be interested to see what happens there. And then your main event, a second match for the PCW Tag Team titles, and it was Sheikh Sham and Big T Justice taking on Joey Hayes and Yeston Reese. And if the buyout won, both Sheikh Sham and Big T Justice would get a future PCW title shot. And coming out the win and holding their titles up high, calling themselves the two-time PCW Tag Team Champions, saying like and subscribe, were the buyout. So be interested to see what happens there. But unfortunately, Sheikh Sham has got injured, so we'll have to see how that all plays out. But a good shot, and I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. As far as PCW goes, we now look ahead to this Friday night for Lionheart in Preston at Evoke nightclub. Should be a really good night. I think everybody should come along. If you're a wrestling fan, come along, show your support, show your respect. And there is going to be a memory box, which I think is a great idea. But you do now like and subscribe, because next up is the second part of this video, which is, you know it's the WWE 2019 Stomping Grounds review. So we'll kick off with the kick-off show. In a fresh match, in triple threat action, it was the premier athlete Tony Nese, the man who wants a better 205 Live, Drew Gulak, and the stamina monster Akira Tozawa in a three-way match for the Cruiserweight Championship. This was a good match, a fresh match, and a really good match for the kickoff show. I didn't expect a new champion here, but like I said, this was a good match. Really should have been on the main show, but coming out as your brand new Cruiserweight champion is Drew Gulak. But I do think it's good to keep 205 Live fresh. On the like and subscribe main show, we kicked off with the Raw Championship being defended. It was Lacey Evans, it was Becky Lynch, who calls herself the man. No, Becky, I'm the man, and I've got the title to prove it. Like and subscribe. Okay match to kick things off. This was actually a good match. Come out the win and still keeping that title in her property was Becky Lynch. So fair enough. I did think, WWE had given up on Lacey Evans, but we'll get to her in a little bit. Next up was another fresh match, and a match that really has been thrown together. It was the New Days, Big E and Davey Woods taking on in tag team action. Their two opponents, KO, Kevin Owens, and Always Insane, Sami Zayn. This was a good match. Like I said, a match just thrown together. And getting that pinfall, getting that win, and coming out with a much needed win was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Next up was for the Raw, for the US Championship on the red side of things, on the Raw side of things, in another fresh match. It was SJ, the Samoan Destroyer, Samoa Joe, going one-on-one against the high-flying one and only Ricochet, who did come out and said to everybody to like and subscribe. This was a good match. Another fresh match. I didn't think we were going to see a new champion here, but we did. And your new United States champion is Ricochet. So is now Samoa Joe going to go after another title or what? Well, I guess we'll have to see. Next up was tag team action, and this time it was the tag team titles, the SmackDown Live tag team titles were on the line. It was Otis, it was Tucker, it was Heavy Machinery taking on the Planet's tag team champions, the new Daniel Bryan and Rowan. This was a good match here. Another fresh match here. And Heavy Machinery were actually a good tag team. They proved that they were a good tag team here. But coming out the win and keeping those titles over their shoulders were Daniel Bryan and Rowan, so no shocker really. Next up was for the SmackDown Women's Championship on the Tuesday night side of things. It was the Hugger Bayley putting her title on against the Goddess Alexa Bliss with Nikki Cross by ringside. This was another decent match. Throughout the night, it really did seem to be a good event. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. But coming out with a win and calling herself the rightful champion was Bayley. So is now Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss and Bayley now done or what? We'll find out on Raw tonight. Next up was Powerhouse, the big dog Robin Reigns taking on none other than the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. This was another good match, another hard-hitting match, back and forth action, another big match here. And no shocker who got the win. I couldn't see him losing 2 straight pay-per-views. So coming out with that win was Roman Reigns. No shocker there. I do want to say that I did like the arena, pretty cool, but there's a lot of pictures online of half the arena behind the hard cam. It was half empty, it was all empty, and they had to black it out with curtains, which they didn't really promote Stomping Grounds, and it was mostly all rematches. Next up, speaking of a rematch, it was a steel cage match, and it was for the WWE Championship, the show off. He is the man with the new attitude. Dolph Ziggler challenged New Day's pancake eating, high flying Kofi Kingston, and thank God Kofi didn't come out with his pancakes, because I can't really take him serious as a champion. WWE have done all they can with the steel cage matches and just turning it into another match. But this was actually quite a decent match here. And coming at the win and escaping in that cage was Kofi Kingston, and now he's still your WWE champion. So is now Dolph done, or are we going to see another rematch at Extreme Rules? And your main event of the night in a special guest referee match for the Universal Championship was the Lone Wolf, the former Raw manager Baron Corbin, taking on the Beast Slayer, the man who liked to burn it down, Seth freaking Rollins. The gold was on the line, and the special guest referee, the referee that Baron Corbin chose, and he chose his own referee, and it was the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans. So she was in the main event. Baron Corbin was in the main event. So it doesn't look like WWE were giving up on her, at least not yet. And she was a cookie referee. Slow counts for Seth and fast counts for Baron. She still did no count out and then a no DQ match. But and then Becky Lynch got involved and come in at the win, and still your Universal Champion, Seth Rollins. So I'm going for him there, but it does look like it's going to be Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans at Extreme Rules. Winner takes all for both Universal Championship and the Women's Championship, Raw Women's Championship on the line. So there's nothing really extreme about that. So I do think they need to scrap the pay-per-view. But the real main event of the night in a ladder match for the one and only Hardcore Championship. And a like and subscribe. Big match. It was ECW legend, ECW original, well, ECW relic, ECW nobody, the Sandman taking on the one, the only yours truly, the champ, the face of hardcore. I'll say that again, the face of hardcore. And no, I didn't cash in, I'm waiting, but as you can see, I'm still the hardcore champion. So I beat the Sandman, and in doing so, I've almost killed ECW. I've just got one more person to beat, and that one person I will face at Extreme Rules in an Extreme Rules match for the Hardcore Championship, and that one person is you, Taz. Once I beat you, I will have killed ECW. But it was a good pay-per-view, like I said, a lot better than I was expecting, and I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Let's see what's going to run Raw tonight, then SmackDown, and then Extreme Rules. So we look ahead now to Extreme Rules, WWE wise. But do subscribe. You know you want to. You know you need to. And now, the face of hardcore.